What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Hope y'all having a good day today. So, eating a little bit of lunch here, doing a little multitasking here. So, been making a lot of announcement videos here lately. But, I'm going to be doing a cross-country road trip here soon. I know I've mentioned it a few times in a couple of my past videos. But, it's all dependent on how things go for me tomorrow, because the company that I'm currently working with, they're going to talk about hiring me on. I mean, pretty much, they told me that job's mine if I want it, but meeting with the owner of the company tomorrow to talk numbers, because I mean, this is Long Island, New York. You know, it's a pretty expensive area, so you know, as of right now, as a contractor, it's worth it because there's a particular setup I have with the company, but hire on, it's going to be a little bit different, so it's still got to be worth it to me, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, so if that goes really well, it will depend on how well that goes, on how, what's the word for it? If I go all out or not on this cross-country road trip. I'm taking a road trip regardless, because I have to. A lot of my belongings are out in California. Travel trailer, I have another vehicle out there, so on and so forth. But, which more than likely I'm going to be hired on. If I get hired on, I'll pretty much be able to go all out on this. I have several cities in mind that I'm going to stop at to visit various people that I've met through my YouTube channel, other guys like me, other transamorous men, so on and so forth. Doing some YouTube content. Like, I'm fixing to blast out a bunch of YouTube content here in the next... I imagine this cross-country road trip won't take place for another week or so. I got to do some additional training with the company and so on and so forth. With that in mind, give me a second. With that in mind, like I said, in a week or so, all goes well, it's gonna go all out. I'm also willing to do like meet and greet, and as time gets closer and closer to the road trip, I'll get it a little bit more set up, like more set up itinerary, so to speak. So that way I'd be more organized and actually be able to do the whole, meet and greet. If somebody, I mean, I don't even know if I'd even be able to do a meet and greet with anybody. My channel, I don't think is big enough yet for there to be a big enough following if people want to do. But, I mean, it's going to be relaxed, laid back or whatever. If I happen to be in your town and you're off or you're free or whatever, or want to meet up for coffee, more than willing, you know what I mean? Like, so I know for a fact I'm going to be going through, this isn't, not in this particular order, obviously, just, in my head. Cincinnati, Ohio, I'm making a stop there. The Cincinnati, Covington, Newport, Kentucky area. Obviously Louisville, Kentucky, because that's where I'm from. Most of my family is there. Quite possibly Houston, Texas, because there's a guy who I met through the channel. He's in that area, but he's in the process of moving, so I'm not sure where he's going to be at. Chris Patterson, if some of y'all I know who he is, who follow my YouTube, know about him, because I've done some stuff with him and his shows, his podcast, his YouTube channel, so on and so forth. I know I'm going to make a stop at Connecticut. Again, not in that order. Excuse me. Probably make a stop in DC, because there's somebody I know down there. You know who you are if you're watching. And depending, like I said, I mean, how well my interview and all that stuff goes tomorrow, I might be going all the way down to Florida, like the Tallahassee area, then shooting back up to Huntsville, Alabama is I'm definitely going to be doing that, which is northern Alabama. That is a definite. And if all goes well tomorrow, then definitely going to be doing Florida, Chicago. I think somebody, I know there's a good friend of mine up in Chicago. Gonna be going up there to Detroit, Michigan. Probably, I think, I'm gonna do Detroit, Michigan, regardless if how well the interview, because I got family up there, and I got a friend up there too that I want to meet in person. And Houston, quite possibly going to be going up to Seattle, Washington when I get further out west, because most of my belongings are in Northern California. So, but I might, which I know that's kind of a vast, like 10 hours out, or 10 or so hours out of the way. But, you know, I mean, if all goes well, why not? Definitely going to be going to San Francisco, because I'm taking a friend with me. You all know him if you've watched my channel, Marvin, my good friend Marvin. I interviewed him way back, like back in March, right before I left out for California. No, right before I left for South Carolina, because I went to South Carolina for a minute to do some work out on a coal burning power plant out there. So he'll be with, because he's always wanted to see San Francisco, and I'm taking him with me to see San Francisco. So again, I'm gonna probably blast out a lot of content, you know what I mean? You know, probably gonna, you know, film a couple little chats, because we got a lot of driving we're gonna be doing, so we'll be thinking a lot in our heads. And Marvin will probably be the one, be the cameraman. He'll set it up. We'll be talking as I'm driving, and so on and so forth. Hopefully y'all will be able to hear me, because this truck is pretty loud. The muffler fell off somewhere in Pennsylvania on my way to a job in Rhode Island a couple of years back, and the truck actually runs better, performs better. You know, you get a little bit more torque and a little bit more horsepower, not much more. But I was just like, fuck it, I'll just leave it off. You know, and it's been off ever since. Hadn't had any issues ever since. So, but yeah. So, that's all I could think of at any point. So a definite. Connecticut is a definite. It's going to be kind of closer to New York City. Was it, I think, White Plains? Shoot, I can't remember exactly. I'm visiting a friend of mine I know there. But Connecticut is a definite. I mean, obviously New York City, I'll probably make a brief stop there to visit with Mike if he's free. But Connecticut, definite. Cincinnati, definite. Detroit, Michigan, definite. Louisville, Kentucky, a definite. Probably Houston, Texas, if Chris is there. But, you know, I also have another friend there in Houston, Texas. So, yeah, we'll just say Houston, Texas is definitely a definite, because it's pretty much right along the way for the most part. Northern California, San Francisco are definites. And then I'll let you know on how much bigger the itinerary will get from there, depending on what happens tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. New York time. But anyways, that's all I got for you all right now. Keep it tuned. In a couple more days, I'll probably bust out another video. It'll have something relating to probably my little mini series on, you know, what it's like being in a relationship with a trans woman. But then I'll probably spill out a little bit more details on how the trip is going to go, the itinerary of said trip, because I'll have it a little bit more figured out by then. This will probably be, I'm guessing, Saturday or Sunday, because, you know, after tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to have too much more to do here in New York except for training stuff. But we'll see on how it all goes tomorrow. But anyways, if you're still watching, thank you for watching. And, if he's, and again, this is all how it goes tomorrow, because I don't want to be spending a whole lot of money that I don't necessarily have. But if I have a job lined up, because I got a lot in savings right now, I'm good. But if I have a job lined up, then I'm going to do the idea I had on having a prepaid phone and having like an open line on Sundays. This would just be like a little experiment to see, you know, how it goes, where it goes. And this is, I'll be honest, I'm mainly doing it for the guys who are like me. But anybody can call me between, I don't know what hours I'm going to give it. It's probably going to be like a 6-hour window or so. And because it's a little prepaid phone, probably from Walmart or something. I'll post the number and all that good stuff. And I'll post the rules of what's to be talked about, this and that. And I'll get a little more in depth with that. But if it goes well tomorrow, then that will definitely be happening. If not, then that could very well be postponed for a while. But that will be getting up real quick. If it goes well tomorrow, hell, that little hotline might be up and going by Sunday. A little soft opening for it. Because it'll be on Sundays as of right now. If it does happen. Because that'll be that day, I know with almost 100% certainty I'll have Sundays off always. I've never really had to work a Sunday working with this company, but that could change. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. If you're still watching, thank you for watching, and peace.